Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Kristin and Tina. We are your hosts this morning. I'm Tina Prigge with Vagabond Creative Studio. This is Kristin Odell with KLO LLC. Good morning, everyone. Oh, and we just lost Kristin. Hopefully, Kristin will pop right back on. I know she said she had some computer updates. So,
Oh, there we go.
There you are. Welcome back.
Thanks. That was weird.
Yeah, so it just kicked you off?
Yeah, I was like hanging out like I wasn't in the show. Could you hear me talking and looking like I was a blind person?
No, you were completely gone for a minute, so we're glad you're back.
Perfect. Good morning.
So, good morning, folks. Before you joined us, we were already having a great conversation, solving all of the world's problems. So maybe the computer just thought we were done.
Maybe the computer was like, that was a great conversation.
Hey, Kristin, lean in close. Let's show the world.
Can you see it?
Now look the other way. Move your eyeballs the other way. Other way. Yeah. So, viewers, has this ever happened to you? Have you had a broken blood vessel in your eye? I promise she's not turning into a zombie. That's not what's going on here.
Not
But tell
today.
us, you can see fine, right?
Yeah, I can see great. It doesn't bother me hardly at all. Every now and then I feel like I might have like a little fleck of something in there, just um, kind of like the teeniest little scab you could ever imagine. But yeah, it really doesn't bother me at all. It just looks super gross. And my kids think it's like so nasty. um, so yeah, so Tina, have you ever had a broken blood vessel before?
No, I haven't. I've seen it's happened to my mom before, so I'm familiar with it. And it takes a couple of days and it seems to heal itself. I
Right.
don't think that there's anything even that you're supposed to necessarily do for it.
Right. I mean, if I didn't like have an opportunity to look at myself on camera right now or like in the mirror, I literally wouldn't know that it was there. So, yeah, I kind of felt bad because I woke up Saturday morning with it, which Friday night we were laughing a lot. We were out with friends, we were playing board games. So I don't know if just we had so much laughter that it blew from all of the excitement. But I woke up Saturday morning and then I was like, ooh, that looks gross. And then Sunday I had to go and teach. I had a 4-hour strength session with a client on Sunday afternoon. And so I felt like these poor people have to look at my gross eye the entire time I'm teaching today. But we all made it do.
Yeah, the good news is it doesn't affect your vision and you're not in any pain. It's not itchy or anything. And honestly, it does not look that bad.
Yeah. I don't know. I
Yeah.
have had I can't like I have had them 2 other times. So when I was in labor with Grace and pushing, I had broken blood vessels, actually one in my eye, the same eye, and in my cheeks. I had
So
like
did they shed too? Did they get like a bruise or how did?
no, it was like little red lines on my cheeks, kind of almost like a lightning bolt on my cheeks. And then one other time I was sick and throwing up and same left eye. So I've got some weak blood vessel in this eye apparently.
So when there's some kind of pressure, it's letting itself out. It's like the valve is.
Right.
Wow. Here's a little close up if you're not getting a good view.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's already looking, it's
It is.
already going the right direction.
So it was super dark and gross on Saturday. And then like slowly it is kind of getting bigger and spreading out. And you can even see there it's like kind of yellow. So like, you know how a bruise kind of changes color before it goes away. So I feel like it's doing all the right things. It's just kind of yucky.
Yeah. So viewers, if this has happened to you at all, let us know, did you do anything specific to deal with it? How long did it take? Was it like maybe a week recovery time? So you discovered it first, Kristin, or did Doug roll over and be like, oh my gosh?
No, I discovered it first. He gets up way earlier than me. I, on the weekends, like to take advantage of sleeping in. So I slept in a little bit and yeah, he was up and I don't know. I went to the bathroom, like everybody does. And then I was like, ooh, good.
What's happened?
Good grief.
Did you have any dreams last night? Like that you were like, kickboxing or, a ninja or anything? And then
No, but oddly enough, Tina, I'm trying to remember if you gave me this book. I have to look it up what the title is. I think it was called The Dreamers.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so I started reading this book, and it was messing with my mind so much that I had to return it. I could not keep reading it on Kindle.
Oh no, gosh.
Yeah, I got like halfway through it, and every night I was having these crazy dreams. So it's about people like having a virus that makes them sleep and dream. And I was having crazy, crazy dreams and not settling into deep sleep. So I had to retire the book.
Oh no. Okay.
I don't even know what happened, but I said to Doug, I can't keep reading this book. I never sleep good reading this book before bed. Isn't that weird?
It's interesting because that book was written before the pandemic.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure that like my interpretation of that book and how I responded to it would have been different if we hadn't lived through our own pandemic, because now it's almost like too close to home. It's really spooky to see how people responded, and yeah.
And I think that's part of it. You know, there's like all these storylines going on and people are responding differently. And I think it was just overload for my brain. So
Yeah.
did you
and they're really helpless because they can't do anything about it. They don't know what it is, what's causing it. At first they think it's just college kids, and so they segregate all of the college kids up at the college and won't let them leave.
Right. Yeah. Did you read it before or after the pandemic?
I listened to it. So I listened to the audio book just a couple of months ago. So
Okay.
yeah, like in the midst of the pandemic.
Sure. Interesting. Yeah, it was I don't know. So I have been having crazy dreams, but not because of my eye, because of this book I've been reading. So
sorry, so sorry.
have you ever read a book where it has like influenced your sleep or like made you not settle into a deeper sleep?
Yeah. So when I was in high school, I read Stephen King's It. And like, I don't know why I continued reading that book because it was like a nightmare.
You hear Millie barking?
I do. Yep.
She's mad because she wants to come in to the office.
Aw.
Come here, you little star. Come here. Come here. So she knows when I'm on the computer.
Hello, Millie. Oh, she's so pretty.
Hi. She wants to come in and say hi. Hi. And so she'll bark at the office door until I let her in. And then she just likes laying in here because it's cool and it's her little sanctuary away from Reggie.
Nice. Hey, she's much bigger than I thought from the pictures. For some reason, I was imagining she was smaller. So that's nice to see her.
Yeah, she's like 35 pounds. But anyway, okay, so you have had books that have messed with your brain before.
Yeah, the book It by Stephen King. That I had a hard time sleeping. I mean, I was in high school when I read it, but it was just I was like, no. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of Stephen King that I haven't read since then because I was just like, no.
I don't think I could do it.
Yeah. There was a movie that did that too. Did you ever see The Blair Witch Project?
Yes.
When I first saw that, it was before it was revealed that it wasn't really a documentary, that it was just a movie.
Right.
And for like a month, I was creeped out by it.
Right.
Big time.
That is so funny. My dad likes watching paranormal shows. And so last Saturday, I was hanging out with him and watched like a series of, it's like Paranormal Caught on Tape or something like that. And he had fallen asleep. And I'm like, I'm changing the channel because I have to go home and go to bed after this. And he woke up and he's like, you changed the channel. And I was like, yeah, I need to sleep tonight. Like I put the game show channel on or something that was like funny and light. Cause I'm like, no, I am not going to bed with all of that in my brain.
Yeah, I realized, probably around when it creeped me out, that I don't really like to introduce that sort of doubt into my life. I like to go outside at night and look at the stars. I like to go into my basement without worrying that there's something lurking there, right? And like reading those types of stories or watching that type of stuff always creates like that little bit of darkness, where you're like a little nervous to like walk outside or something. I thought, I don't need that extra.
Well, fear that doesn't really exist either. So you're just creeping yourself out for no good reason, right?
Right.
Okay, Chris Cornelli, good morning. She's got a comment out there. I don't know if you can see it, Tina, but
yes,
Stephen King is always terrifying. It makes you afraid of common things, people, dogs, a cough, cars. Yes.
Right.
Yes. I do not like
Chris,
that.
totally right. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. And thanks for understanding and seeing my point.
Right. I'm with you. I am with you. So,
Hey,
okay.
we were talking about laughing, Kristen. You were saying maybe it was too many laughs that caused the blood vessel to burst. Have you
Yeah.
guys heard of this? It's called Snack Crate.
No.
So for Christmas, I got Jason this subscription to Snack Crate, and I got Teak one to something very similar called Universal Yums. And it's just this box, right? But every month they get one, and it's packed with snacks and like candies, sometimes even a beverage from a different country in the world. And it comes with information like talking about that country, talking about the snacks, what's in them. It's so interesting. And we were talking about laughs because we laugh so hard when we open it. We never know what country it's going to be. And
Mhm.
then the snacks will be like, oh, look it, these are ketchup chips, right? And like, we'll try them. And, some of us might love them. And like, some of us are like, oh my God, it's the worst thing ever. Just
It sounds like a great like family thing to do together. Like sounds super fun.
it really is. The Teaks box just came and it was from Spain. And what
Okay.
we learned, do you know what Spain means?
I don't think so. Do I?
I had no idea. So Spain was named in 300 BC by the Carthaginians, no, the Carthaginians when they landed there because there were so many rabbits. They called it La España, which means the land of many rabbits.
I didn't know that. Who knew that?
No,
No.
I learned it from a snack box.
Okay, so you got a box from Spain. So what kind of things were in there?
It's interesting because there were some different chips, like there were egg flavored chips. So the chips almost tasted like an egg salad sandwich. And so they were kind of good, but they were kind of weird. There was a lot of spicy things. So there were like these gummies that were spicy mango flavored. And
Mm.
that was kind of an interesting combination. There were some little like gummy pineapple rings that were super sour, so it was like a big scrunchy face when you ate them. That was kind of fun. There were some other chips that, oh, they were like pepper and lemon. Those were kind of good.
Yeah. I mean, lemmer. That's lemon and pepper together, guys. Um, but you get that on, you can get lemon pepper seasoning in like different meats with a marinade lemon pepper on or fish. So that makes sense to me that lemon and pepper would be together.
Yeah. And then there were like some different chocolate bars, and there's usually oh, there was like this little hard candy, that came like in a little twist. And it was kind of like a toffee coffee flavor. And then
Hmm.
after you sucked on it for a while, it like broke open and it tasted like a pile of like coffee grounds or dirt landed on my tongue. I was like, oh, I just did not enjoy that. Yeah.
That's terrible. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I love that you guys like how did you find out about this or like where did the idea come from?
So a couple of years ago, some friends had talked about how they were getting a loot crate. Like this one friend of ours always had these cool T-shirts, and he said they were from Loot Crate. And then so Teak was super interested in that, and for 1 year for his birthday, we got him a subscription, and it would come with all sorts of like superhero or like Doctor Who, Star Wars. It always had like cool kind of geeky stuff like that. There would always be like a toy and like a pin and maybe stickers, and there's always some kind of T-shirt. So
Very
he
cool.
loved that experience, and then from there it just introduced us to this whole world of these crates that you can get.
Right. Very cool. The girls have been getting crates from a company called Kiwi Crate, and they're all STEM projects. So it's like assembling things, building circuits, puzzles, but basically anything that enhances like science, math, engineering, anything technology. And they've really enjoyed it. We had 6 months of it for school and they like were all into it. I thought it was really cool how much they latched onto it. So
It's a really cool concept, just it's so fun to have something show up on the porch and be like, oh
mhm,
my gosh, today's the day. It's this new crate.
yes.
So
Last year I did wine and cheese of the quarter for Doug. So every 3 months he got 2 bottles of wine and then like international cheeses. And they would show up in these, like this little box, and they would always have like ice packs packed in there and stuff. And it was, like you said, really fun because you have no idea what you're getting. We tried some amazing cheeses from like all over the world. And yeah, all of a sudden you're like, ooh, this, and I put Sir Douglas Odell like on the label. So we always knew that's what it was. But like it came and I'm like, your cheese box came today. This is so cool.
Awesome. And then it's fun to share the experience of trying it together. You know, I know one time we had these truffle chips. Oh, I can still like the flavor.
What were they?
They were truffle, which typically truffle is not bad, right? Like, it's pretty savory and good, but
that would not be my choice of flavors.
But now, funny enough, Jason loved those. So it's really interesting, you know, to have like a little taste test and see who likes what, who doesn't like what.
He's like a chef at heart, so I feel like all chefs like truffle. I know,
right.
Super stereotypical, but I feel like you just have a palate for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. All right, so I just a couple more comments here. So good morning, Steve from Fond du Lac. You're going to become Steve from Fond du Lac. Steven from Fond du Lac.
Good morning. And Raisa said, I still won't chant
Candy Man into the mirror 5 times.
Right. Why do we do that to ourselves?
Again, I can remember doing all kinds of things as a kid.
You know, it's funny. When I was younger, I loved watching like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. But once I became a mom, too, all of those instincts really shut down. Like, nope, I don't need to see anything horror based.
Right. That's exactly right. Like, why would we do this to ourselves? I do not like scary movies at all. I think there's no point in watching them. Like, no, give me something light and enjoyable and if I'm going to sit down and spend time watching a movie, I don't want it to be something that is terrifying or will affect sleep. I like sleep too much.
I wonder if that's because life is terrifying enough, especially when you're a parent, you know, like.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Okay. So we have been talking about terrifying things. I'm embarrassed, but I need to make a public service. Can you show them the most terrifying picture of the laundry vent? Okay. So that picture on the right, the picture that Tina was kind enough to make large, that terrifying pile of stuff was in our dryer vent. So we had all of our vents, like all of our ductwork cleaned in our house and the dryer vent. And we do have a long running dryer vent, meaning it goes kind of all the way across our house. So it's going to be more apt to like have things collect in it. But look at that most embarrassing pile of dryer stuff that came out of it.
Well, and it's also dangerous, right? Like that could be a fire hazard if that's.
Yeah, a fire hazard. It could cause the dryer to overheat. Obviously, like it wasn't filtering lint out as well as it could, like the dryer wasn't being efficient, like all kinds of things. And then the picture on the left is one of our like pieces of ductwork. And you can see there's like original construction materials in there. So insulation, chunks of drywall. So like this, we didn't maybe realize this, but we're the second owners of our house. And so this was the first time the ductwork has ever been cleaned. And so I just think about all of these things have been sitting in there and not only obviously collecting dust and debris in there, but one of the reasons we decided to do this is because we noticed that we would have things cleaned and then it would be dusty again in a fairly short period of time. And when you're busy, you don't want to have to clean more often, right? You want to make the most of your cleaning. We're like, something's going on. So clearly there was a good explanation for it.
So this is a good public service announcement, Kristin.
Yes. Get your dryer vents cleaned out. Like the guy that came and did it with us told us every 2 years, your dryer vent should be cleaned out. So ours had been 7. Okay. So just something to think about. Connor Simers just said, happy movies equals the Hallmark Channel. Yes, you are right. Predictable, but lovable. There's nothing scary in those. But yeah, he said every 2 years. So we are going to, get on that schedule of having our dryer vents cleaned out more regularly so we don't risk having a fire or burning up our dryer unnecessarily, or, just all that stuff, that having lint and all that stuff collect where it doesn't belong. So
Right. And even in the regular ducts, that's the air that's flowing around your house that you're breathing. And yeah,
right.
that really makes sense.
Right. And so the prior owners had pets. We had pets. So I just think about all that construction stuff, plus regular dust and debris, plus like pet dander. I'm kind of excited to have it all cleared out.
Yeah, that is awesome. And I'm just going to put the picture up one more time, because when you first sent it to me and you didn't tell me what had happened, at first when I saw the picture on the right with that big pile of stuff, I thought, oh my gosh, like, did an animal do that? So I was really relieved to know that it wasn't caused by an animal.
Right. I know. So Doug texted me. I was gone the day the guy was here in the afternoon, and Doug texted me and said, this just came out of our dryer vent. And that's what my thought was, like, were mice living in there? Do we have a family of rabbits that have been running around in this, tunnel? And nope, it was just a collection of things from our laundry.
Good. Well, so then at least it was clean.
It is clean now. It's all cleaned out. Yeah. And just to like give you perspective, Doug said when they like cleaned it up and put it was like a festival grocery bag full, packed full. So it was a lot. Fluffy.
Interesting.
A lot. Yeah. So
yeah. I wonder what the most is they've ever gotten out of a house.
Oh my gosh, that's a good question. I don't know. Embarrassingly enough, I'm pretty sure the guy that did it said he was going to put a video or pictures of that on his website because it was pretty bad. Like, well, I'm glad that I could be a reason that you can help sell your business, because it was bad. So. Who knew?
Oh, that's interesting to know from the guy that actually did it, that it ranks up there as one of the worst ones.
Right. Like, you don't know these things. Like, until you do it, you don't know, right?
So. Right. It's one of those hidden secrets that it's beneficial to do it, but unless you're aware of it, you don't even know it's something you should think about doing.
Right. And interestingly enough, a neighbor of ours had just had it done. They had done some flooring work. And so they had him come after just to clean everything out, because they had been breaking up tile and things, construction dust. And Doug is like, ooh, I want his business card. And so we just kind of did it because somebody else put it in our path. Now, clearly that was meant to be, serendipitous, if we use our own word, because we clearly needed to have it done. So.
Interesting. Viewers, we'd love to know, is this something that you've had done? Have you had the service that you would recommend somebody to do it for others? Let us know. Tell us so we can learn from one another. Hey, how are your pipes this morning? Do you feel like singing a little song with me?
I do feel like.
All right, viewers, this is kind of like, a sing-along time. This guy is very special. This is my dad, and today is his actual 77th birthday. So will you guys join me in singing happy birthday?
Yes.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dad. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Thanks for doing that. So I have no idea, because we can't actually hear each other when we're talking. So when we're singing, we definitely couldn't hear each other. So we're going to have to watch the playback to see how that turned out.
I know. I can't wait to see. So I'm just seeing a couple of people pop on here. So Jason, good morning. I'm so glad you joined us.
Thanks, Shelly. Happy birthday.
Yeah, Shelly, good to see you guys popping on, and obviously wishing John a very, very happy birthday. He looks 77 years young.
Nice.
Right? That's good. Well, you guys do
guys
today?
Yeah, we're gonna get together. Teak has requested an ice cream cake. So I shouldn't say that out loud in case my dad is watching. Well, it won't be a surprise now. But it's also really sweet because Teak was really busy in my office last night making him a special birthday card. Aww. And thanks, Kira. Thanks for wishing him a happy birthday. And anyway, so my dad loves playing cribbage. I love playing cribbage with him. Teak has gotten into the fun. loves it when he beats grandpa or skunks grandpa. Anyway, so last night he was busy making a homemade birthday card for him, and I could hear him like using the printer and everything, right? So when I finally came in to check on him, he had made this card that has in it, it looks like a playing card, and it has a little king symbol, but instead of the king's picture, like top and bottom on the card, it's a picture of grandpa with like his two
Oh,
faces. Yeah,
that's so cool.
I thought that was super sweet.
I love it. So, is a cribbage tournament on the schedule for tonight?
Yes. Cribbage, a little barbecue, some
Yes,
cake. Yeah.
that sounds awesome. We also love playing cribbage. Like, I feel like it's, especially when we go camping, it's just like such a great, fun way to pass the time.
Yeah. I think what I love about it is that it like gives your hands something to do and like a reason to come together, but yet it's a great reason to then socialize. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like while you can play the game without any pressure to converse, but yet you can always chit chat and have conversation, and I just kind of love that. I feel it's like kind of the same way with Sheep's Head too. Maybe
Right.
any really card game that brings people together.
Yeah. Last summer we played six-handed, and somebody had like this giant foam board that's like meant for outdoors. So the pegs are like this big round. And oh my gosh, we had so much fun. We played for hours just sitting around a picnic table outside, playing. And so then you have two partners in that format, and it's a hoot.
It really is. Hoot is a great word for it. Hoot is a great word. And it's fast. It doesn't like obligate a lot of time.
Yes.
And it's always different. Like no two games are ever the same.
Yes, I agree. We always have, I learned this term from a good friend of mine, Rob, his dad. He likes to say that if the cards are not playing well, you have to shampoo the cards. And shampooing the cards means cutting them extra times or shuffling more than you would to get them realigned. So there's a new phrase you can use. Shampoo
Definitely.
the cards.
I love that, shampooing the cards. That's awesome.
So, well, John, I wish you a 29 hand tonight then. I wish you a big win or a big skunk.
Wouldn't that be a lovely birthday present? A 29-point hand?
That would be amazing. One time we set Doug up that my mom had a 29 hand in her hand. Like we laid the cards out. He like went to the bathroom when we set the cards up, and he came back and he was like, oh, what? Oh my gosh. It was total, like we made it up, but it was really, really, it was funny to pull one over on him.
Have you ever had a 29-point hand?
I have not. I've had 24 a number of times, but I've never seen the cards lay out perfectly to get the 29 points.
Nope. I don't think I've ever played with somebody that's gotten it while I was playing with them either.
Yeah. I mean, it's just purely by chance. So I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, John, tonight's your night. 29 points, buddy.
Let's go. Here we go.
Right.
Well, this has been so fun. Another great start to a Tuesday. Kristin, thanks so much. Viewers, thank you so much for joining us and for your comments and for your happy birthday wishes. Very much appreciated. Wishing you a great week and already looking forward to seeing you next time on Coffee with Kristin and Tina. Bye now.